BJJ Fans, it's Coach Roy. It is Wednesday, the day before my end of my 11th week of recovery post-surgery. And I just got done with my physical therapy here at home. Showed a few demonstrations in this video of what that looks like. And it's for those of you that are hardcore working out, maybe you're prepping for a competition, maybe you're in competitive jiu-jitsu, or maybe you just like working out and being as strong as you can be and using that as in your life, but also as part of your jiu-jitsu. I'm sure you noticed how light the weights are. I mean, when I first started this physical therapy, there was no weights. For the first 6 weeks, I wasn't allowed to lift more than 3 pounds, 5 pounds, something like that. Cannot lift anything above my head other than my hands a little bit. These are all restrictions to try to prevent a failed fusion of the back and front spine, as well as causing unnecessary tearing of muscles, ligaments, and tendons, and causing scar tissue to form, which is not going to make me strong. It's going to cause problems and set me back. So I've really tried to adhere to that. About week 8, the physical therapist that I'm working with introduced me to a little bit of weights. Still trying to stay within that, half pound to 5 pound. Now that I'm up to my 10th week, we've increased it to 10 pounds. Excuse me. And it feels great. It's slow going. It's nothing like I was prior to the surgery, but at the same time, it's substantially better than it was before. And overall, I think I'd have to say, even with these side effects like my voice, as well as the palsy and the neuropraxia, generally speaking, I feel better now throughout my body than I did at Christmas time prior to my surgery. So some people have been asking, did you feel like it was worth it? Are you glad you did it? Absolutely. Even on my worst days, I know that my spinal cord is protected. I know that those nerve roots that were being compressed and pinched at C4, 5, and 6, and even below that, probably in the future, are now relieved. There's tons of space in there. And even though those nerve roots and nerves are overreacting to their freedom, causing weird, nerve issues, I feel so much better. I used to be cold all the time, just cold all the time. Even in the summertime, most people were like sweating, and I'd be like, finally, I feel a little warm. Probably some kind of thermal regulation issues related to the compression on my central nervous system, at my spinal cord level, C4, C5. So I just feel so much better. So anyways, I thought I would give this update after tomorrow. After tomorrow, though, I go into the week where I'm going to get my CAT scan. On the 15th, if all goes well, that CAT scan gets read, and I find out if I can lose my collar and begin driving and full on, unrestricted physical therapy, trying to regain strength, cardio. I can begin coaching again, albeit modified because of the weakness and the nerve stuff. But hey, I'll take it. Feeling great about it. I hope this helps. One of the things that I could not find is the details of people with spinal cord injuries or nerve problems actually showing me what weights they used and how they started to regain their strength. So often you'll see people they just go from injured to recovering from surgery to back in the gym, and they're 100% again. And you're like, well, wait a minute, where's the breadcrumb trail that went from post-surgery to full-on recovery. That's what, from an educational perspective, I'm trying to fix with this series of videos. For what it's worth, stay on the mats. Hope you have a great day. Peace.